Firestone, Colorado. Firestone's a small town north of Denver. It's in Weld County and has around 20,000 people. There are lots of parks in Firestone, like the Firestone Trail, which is a really popular spot for walking and biking and even horseback riding. Firestone has a totally cool history, with roots dating back to the late 1800s. Back in the 1860s, the McKissick brothers, named Thomas, John, and William, were part of a St. Vrain Valley Home Guard, a volunteer militia organized to protect local settlers from Native American attacks. That militia constructed a fortress called Fort Junction between 1863 and 65, which is today called St. Vrain State Park. In 1872, the McKissicks discovered coal, so they purchased land owned by the railroad and established Colorado's first coal mine, which they called the McKissick Mine. This mine is located where Saddleback Golf Course now sits. In 2009, the Firestone Board of Trustees erected a time capsule and centennial clock. The time capsule is scheduled to be opened in 2059. Let's hope we're all here to witness that. In 1908, an investor named Jacob Firestone established the actual town of Firestone to support local coal miners and their families. The population didn't really begin to boom until around the year 2000. And then in 2010, Firestone was the fastest growing community with a growth rate of 431%. Today, Firestone is growing like crazy. One of the biggest and most thriving communities is called Barefoot Lakes. The thing about Firestone also is that it doesn't have really clear boundaries. I mean, it does on paper, but it kind of has fingers that reach out here and there. If you think you're driving through Firestone, you might actually be in Frederick or Meade. I would also describe Firestone as being a community that has a west and an east side. The western portion is near I-25 and has a ton of drive-through restaurants, Home Depot, and a couple of strip malls, and that's where Barefoot Lakes is located. If you need groceries, you're going to want to travel to the east side of Firestone, where you've got King Soopers and a majority of the residential areas and schools. Lots of growth in Firestone, and the views are spectacular. I have family members that live here and children that attend the schools, so please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions.